Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Cupid Parasite, continuing Raoul's route, and he now works at the donut shop. So, a few days later, Raoul and I went on our routine morning jog. We never missed a day ever since Raoul grew concerned about the weight he was gaining from donuts. I'm supposed to be huffing, but I can't. This is fun! Raoul, wait up! I struggled to match Raoul's brisk pace. Despite his complaints about weight, Raoul was muscular and fit already, so he had boundless energy, like a hyperactive golden retriever. After all, he was an action movie star, sure. Catch me if you can! Again, hyperactive golden retriever energy right there. Raoul, you can go on ahead. This would be me 5 minutes after walking out the door. 5 minutes is like being generous. Be like, I'm 30 seconds. No, I'll maintain this pace, so let's keep going together. Raoul began running in circles around me, laughing. I felt like a plaything to a large, energetic dog. Exactly. Oh, Raoul! This is fun! We continued our jog in the park when suddenly Raoul stopped. Huh? Raoul pulled his phone from his pocket, looking surprised. Oh! What's wrong? Oh, nothing. Just got a message from my parents. They're returning to Lost York. That's right. He texted his... Well, he said he was going to. I don't remember him doing it, but he mentioned it, so I guess we were supposed to take it as the same thing. Texting his parents or messaging them in the last part about being engaged and stuff. Okay, okay, yeah. Your parents? Yeah, I was checking up on them the other day. They were on an excavation trip, but they're coming back to Lost York after a long time. I haven't seen them in 5 years. That's the dream. I'm just kidding. I'm peopled out, though, to be fair. Like, I'm a very introverted introvert. Nobody believes me when I say that. People used to laugh at me at work. I remember there was a woman, like, oh, they were talking. I was like, no, I hate people. I'm an introvert. And she's like, oh, yeah, okay. And I'm like, just because when I come into work, I dress like a circus clown. This is before I started wearing top hats to work. You know, this is before COVID, actually. But because I dress like a circus clown and I'm, like, sociable with people around me, doesn't mean I'm an extrovert. It means I am an introvert who learned that in order to get by in society, you are expected to be an extrovert because even though introverts are not like a rare breed, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't know statistically what the percentage is, but I would guess it's similar along the lines of men to women, where introverts to extroverts is roughly split down the middle. It's not like 90% of people are extroverts and 10% are introverts. I would say it's a closer to even split. And yet, introverts are somehow fucking wrong in society, and how dare you? You know what I mean? Like, nobody seems to, because it's like, to get by in society, you kind of have to be extrovert. You kind of have to suck it up and deal with people. Which is why it's kind of funny during COVID when all the extroverts were going bonkers because I can't talk to other people. And you're like, it's the greatest 2 years of my life. I swear to God, it was nice. So fucking good. Best thing ever. And it's like, see, this is what introverts, you see the stress that you're dealing with and how like every day feels like when I rip your hair out because you can't handle this. That's what introverts have dealt with their entire lives and will continue to deal with now that COVID is over. Because then we went right back to being extroverted. You know what I mean? Like, but with that on the family thing is because like my mom was here in August and then I had the roof leak. So there was people in here fixing that. And then I went to a wedding and then there was a guy that came in to have to paint my thing. And it's like, I'm peopled out. And then with Helene that just went through, like my sister lost power. So the other day it was like, I don't know what me and the kids are going to do because they don't have power for like probably through the week. And I was like, yeah, we're like throwing that out there expecting an invite, aren't we? And like, I'm an introvert, which makes me an asshole because I don't want people in my house. And like, part of me wants to go, it's valid to be like, I need my own goddamn space. And I have a full-time job. I work from home. So like makes it very difficult to do my job with people in my house because I don't have a separate area for my office. It's in my fucking living room where everyone, you know what I mean? And my other sister has COVID, so my sister couldn't go there. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck. And I felt like such an asshole for not being like, oh my God, no, come here. You don't have power. Because I'm thinking if I didn't have power, I know my sister would invite me to stay with her or whatever. And like, she didn't have power. And that's fucking suckish. Like, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. You know, and I was like, but it's sad that it was like this mental fucking, I had to fight myself to be like, do the right thing and be like, you can come here if you need to for a couple days. Like, because I'm just so peopled out. And I was like, I just want to be alone. Because I'm an introvert and I've dealt with people for the last 2 months too much that I said when I went to the wedding and my family was all there that I'm like, I'm good to not see anyone till fucking December at Christmas time. In fact, if I didn't go to, I'd be fine with that too. Like, I am like, you haven't seen you in like 6 months. Good. That's good for me. I need to be alone. Like a friend of mine texted me the other day and was like, wanted to go to lunch. And I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, really? Because I just want to be alone. Like, I just want to be alone, man, just for a little while. You know, I need that recuperation. I have a very, like, that's the way introverts work. Anybody who's an introvert knows. You can have fun with people, but your social battery, like, it gets drained so fast. And you were like, I am not ready to be like, cool, I can go see people. It takes way, way, way longer to be prepared to see people. You know what I mean? Like, extroverts are like, I need to see people. And then if you don't see people for 5 minutes, your battery gets drained and seeing people recharges you. Introverts, it's the opposite. Seeing people drains me. And then when I'm alone, my battery refills, but it takes 10 times longer to refill than it does for an extrovert's battery to drain. And that's like why extroverts don't get introverts and don't understand this and like don't get it. I did say that like they could come here. Like I did. I was like, you could come here. I'm like, but I have a lot of meetings next week. So I was like, you're leaving over the weekend though, right? I threw it out there. I was like, I know it sounds dickish, but I have a lot of all day meetings that are already stressful enough. I can't have like people in my house on top of that. I have to draw a line somewhere. So I'm like, your power's going to be back before the weekend. Like you can come here for a couple of days, but they were already getting like hotel rooms or whatever. But I still feel like, you know, I'm probably going to be looked at like an asshole in my family because I didn't offer instantaneously. But I'm like, but I had to fight with that, you know, introvert part of myself that's like, I'm so peopled out. I don't want to, even though you know it's the right thing to do. Like in this situation, like I had to fight and I had to prep myself and go, all right, let's go clean up some space so the kids have a place to sleep. Let's do this. We can do that. And then we go, okay, now we have psyched ourselves up to prepare to be like, you can come here if you need to. You know? But I'm like, I know you wanted the instantaneous snap decision, but it's like, I can't get there. I gotta work myself to that, you know? Because I'm peopled out. My social battery's drained. It's empty. Like, and it was starting to climb, and then that just tanked it. Just the thought. I feel like a horrible person, but like, I can't help being the introverted introvert that I am, okay? Anyway, so 5 years. Oh, I feel like that's too long to not see your family. You know what I mean? But still. What? For 5 years? Yeah, they're part of a large excavation team, so their project just wrapped up. My woman replied with a smile. I mean, like, do you at least, like, talk to them or message them or email or something? Because, like, not having any communication would be, like, weird, you know? I mean, me, like, with my family, if I don't see them for, like, 6-7 months or, like, a year, it's like, whatever. Because there's messages going back and forth, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's enough for me. Because everybody has their own lives, too, you know? Plus, full-time job that I don't take vacation from. Like, I really don't. I am to the point now where I'm like, I can take every Monday off for the rest of the fucking year, basically. Like, you know? and still have a couple extra days, and taking 2 weeks off at Christmas, and still have 10 days that I'm going to roll over because I just roll over the same 10 days every year. Like, I have a lot of fucking vacation because I don't take it. I hoard it. I hoard it because I don't want to not have enough. You know what I mean? And I wait until I'm stressed the fuck out and ready to punch someone, and now I just take vacation. That's why we'll maybe get caught up with our stuff. Raul's parents were highly experienced archaeologists. I wondered what they were like. Would I get a chance to meet them? Raul looked up from his phone, having sent his reply. It's just a nail, bird, stop it! What's wrong? You keep looking at it all the time. He does that too, because there's like a spider that lives in the ceiling light that's in the dining room, and he'll sometimes see it, and you're like, oh, it's just the spider. Although I swear to God, there's like two, because I was like, that one looks fatter than the other one. The other one has more leg, and that one's got a thicker body. It's like two different spiders. But like, whatever, my house is fucked on of spiders. So like, but he'll do that, and you're like, yes, it's just the spooter. He's fine, but then he keeps doing his like, like his fucking dinosaur bug spotting noise, and I'm like, bird! It's just a goddamn spider, leave it alone. But it's like, yes, you saw the spider, thank you. I know. I just telling him. I know, you're a good bug spotter. Sometimes I wish you wouldn't, though, because I'd rather not know. Because then it's like, oh God, what is it? And you freak out when he makes that noise, because that's his bug spotting noise. And then you're like, it's just a fucking ceiling spider, whatever. Like, they pop out every once in a while on the light in the living room, and I'm like, for a while it was the same spider. You're like, what do you do? Like, you just run across my ceiling? That's not very nice. You bit me very hard. You're a very big jerk bird. I'm gonna chuck you. I'm gonna take you, I'm gonna throw you over the banister. You know why that's fun to threaten you? Because you got wings, so it's not gonna hurt you, and you're like a boomerang. I chuck you over the banister, and you just fly right back. I'm gonna pet you. You're a big asshole. You're being grumpy today. Why are you so grumpy grouchy? Why are you so grumpy grouchy? Grumpy grouchy bird. Greasy, grimy gopher guts. It's greasy, grimy gopher guts, but how do you say that without saying grover? Greasy, grimy gopher guts. Greasy, grimy Grover guts, but then that implies we killed a Muppet, and that's mean, because Grover is nice. We like Grover. I'm not okay today, clearly. Anyway, what's wrong? Nothing. I was just thinking about what your parents might be like. What are they like? They're a bit restless, but always in high spirits. Sounds kind of like you. So maybe they're a lot like you, Raoul. There you go. Huh? Yeah, I don't know about that. They do share my passion for excavation, though. We probably won't get sprites for them. Oh, but I'm the stronger one. Dad runs at the sight of alligators and sharks, but I face them head on. Raoul is absolutely the motherfucker that would punch a shark. I think most people would run away instead of fighting. If you run, they'll chase you. Besides, Mom is just like me, and now I just want to meet Raoul's mom who likes to punch sharks. Your mother fights alligators too? Yeah, she's really good at dealing with wild animals. Once she scared off a bear just by staring it down. Just by staring. Isn't she amazing? She's far stronger and braver than me, but she's also very friendly. Dad studied linguistics so he can communicate with anybody. I thought he was so dependable when I was a kid. He smiled broadly as he reminisced about his parents. This is adorable. A mother who was fearless around alligators, sharks, or bears, and a father who was a linguistics expert despite his shyness. And it's funny because you want to be like, they're strong, brave, and super and geniuses, right? And they had Raoul, but at the same time, it's like, Raoul is pretty much strong and brave, and actually is a motherfucking genius when he uses that singular brain cell. When he uses it. Because, like, he can speak a bunch of languages. He, like, knows everything about mythology, and art. Like, you could, once you get him going, it's like, holy shit. It's just the fact that he doesn't use that brain cell a lot, which makes you think, like, he's literally a himbo, like he's a big dumb idiot. But he's actually super fucking smart. So it's like, I love it. You're like, wait, how did your parents have an idiot like you? Actually, you're a genius. But, like, about specific things. And, like, all of the intelligence that I have combined probably does not equal the power in that one brain cell of his. Which is astounding. You know? Again, because he doesn't use it a lot. But when it gets going, damn. It seemed that Raoul had inherited much from both of them, for real. No, they responded. And look, they've uncovered a new mask. I wonder where they found it. Raoul showed me a photo of an ancient currency in tiles, clearly dug up from some historical site. He was examining them with joy, but suddenly Raoul looked away. So, my parents said they want to see me since it's been a while. Spacey, do you want to meet my folks? Raoul's cheeks flushed as he gazed at me. It was unusual for him to seem so self-conscious. Are you sure? Yeah, I want to introduce you to my parents. I love how he was like, do you want to meet my parents? Like we were going to say no. We want to marry you, dumbass. Of course I want to meet your parents. They travel around the world, so they're barely home. Raoul observed me, gauging my reaction. Of course I answered yes. Thank you, Raoul. I'd like to meet your parents, too. Really? That's excellent. I love how he was just so, unsure for a hot second about it. Like, aww, sweetie. Then let's visit my parents' home together. We're not going to get sprites of them because we didn't get a Ryuki's. Surrounded by memories. Stop it looking at me with those sexy fucking bedroom eyes licking that chocolate. God, I wish I were that chocolate bar. A few days later, I found myself at Raoul's parents' house. Oh my god, it's so cute. I love it. There's just so much shit in here. This is how I would decorate, with just random chairs and everything, bunch of colors and Oh, hiya. How have you been? Hi, Mom, Dad. I'm great. Raoul and his parents embraced, marking their happy reunion. They're like, who the hell is this? They both had an aura about them that identified them as Raoul's parents. They seemed passionate about archaeology and were attractive. They resembled a pair of archaeologists lifted straight from a film. Such were the Aconites. She's my girlfriend. Pleased to meet you. I'm Spacey Mirror. Oh, so you're the one. I've been eager to meet you. Hello, I'm Raoul's father. Raoul's father grasped my hand firmly, his eyes sparkling. His warmth was very much like Raoul's. I've heard about you from Raoul. You have a unique take on Greek mythology, right? Yeah, something along those lines. Hey, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this tablet we found in Greece. Wait, you two. We're not here to discuss mythology. I brought her to introduce as my girlfriend. If we start discussing those things, we'll be here a whole week. Oh, my apologies. Sorry about that. Raoul told me about you, and I couldn't resist asking about that. Not a problem at all. Anyway, let's eat. We have pizza, so please take a seat. Yeah, and they got me pizza. His parents are awesome. We then shared a meal with Raoul's parents. Being archaeologists, they were both highly knowledgeable and full of interesting tales. They had taken Raoul along on their adventures to the Petra ruins and explorations in the Amazon jungle when he was a child. When Raoul got lost in a bazaar, they found him just casually interacting with locals and munching on pizza. This pizza's delicious. I brought some donuts too. Have some. I haven't had donuts in a long time. I've tasted sata andagi from Okinawa, I'm assuming. Okay. And those were tasty as well. Wonder what those are. Never heard of that before. Well, those aren't technically donuts. Anyway, Raoul, when are you planning to get married? Well, about that, I wanted to proceed right away, but my agent's completely against it. She's been good to me, so I can't just disregard her opinion. My movie tanked, so I might have to delay the wedding. Oh, I enjoyed your movie. Such a pity. That scene with the hieroglyphic foreshadowing was a hit among our colleagues. Hey, you noticed that? It was only there for a second. You placed it in such a noticeable spot. That scene where you introduced the pomegranate during the cooking scene was hilariously clever. I love that his parents are so adorable that they loved his movie and they're like, oh my god, that scene was really good. Like, no, instead of being like, the fuck is this shit? Oh. That was how Alexander's resurrection was portrayed. Fascinating, isn't it? The conversation only made sense to the three of them as I stared in confusion. I like the fact that we're an asshole and didn't see his movie. Actually, we might have. She might have said that she did see the movie, but she was so fucking confused she has no clue what's going on, so it's fair. I hadn't even noticed the hieroglyphics or pomegranates and dog of dog patrash, whatever. Raoul's odd portrayal of a dog named John had distracted me too much. Okay, she did see it. So it was just one of those I was so fucking confused and like, oh no, that's true, because she did say that like him as John scared her. She was like, it's a little scary. Still, it makes sense that Raoul grew up with them. It felt surreal, as if I were dealing with three versions of Raoul. Resigning myself, I focused on my pizza while Raoul's mother cast an excited glance my way. Hey, Spacey, what attracted you to Raoul? Huh? Hey, I'm curious too. Same here. Their eyes sparkled as they looked at me, causing me to choke on my pizza. Discussing romance was an entirely new experience for me. In college, it seemed like a world I'd never belonged to. The idea of my fiancé, the man I loved, questioning me about a relationship seemed unthinkable. I don't know. Ask him instead. Oof, neither one of those is good. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean to be like, I don't know. There's this and this and this. I guess it was just like everything together before I realized it type of a thing. You could go with that way of answering, or like, Raoul, what attracted you to me? You know what I mean? As like throwing it off like you're not attracted to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like we have to get a spicy answer, so I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm not really sure. What? You don't know? No, it's not that. I'm just not sure how to put it into words. Ah, there we go. That was a spicy one. I can. You've opened up and given me many new experiences. One day, I felt lonely without you and thought how great it would be if we were together. At first, our shared interest in mythology was enough, but then I realized you're the only one I want to discuss it with. Look, I love it when he blushes. It's adorable. Even when you're scolding me, you never pushed me away. Oh, even when you scolded me, you never pushed me away. Sorry. You accepted me for who I am, and we faced our challenges together, regardless of the situation. Raoul, so that's how he sees me. His tender gaze relieved my tension. Although I was a bit nervous in front of his parents, I found my voice. I like that you accepted me for who I am too, Raoul. You know my secrets, but that never changed how you felt about me. That made me happy. I feel comfortable being myself around you. Whether we were Alexander and Cupid or an actor and a bridal advisor, I'm just Spacey and he's just Raoul. That's how we fell in love. Aww. Being together made us happy. That realization came naturally to us. Raoul, I'm so happy for you. You found someone you can truly love. Yeah, that's why I'm really happy right now. I will definitely marry her. I'll do my best to have a wedding everyone will see us right. You have my support. And mine as well. Congratulations to both of you. Raoul's parents smiled warmly at us. That's all you want, is you want your in-laws to love you. Our visit to announce our engagement carried on with a relaxed mood. Oh my god, this is so cute. The little, like, roof area that we're sleeping in. Like, oh. Like, we got sleeping bags, even though there's, like, a bed back there, but... Mwah. Oh, phew. I ate so much. It felt great. After dinner, we bathed and retired to Raoul's childhood room. Like, it's so cute that he lived in this little attic-y room. We were spending the night at his parents' home. Wow, so this is the room you grew up in, Raoul. Yeah, this brings me back memories. This brings me back memories. Why is that? It had been a while since Raoul visited this room, and he was looking around to take in all the familiar sights. He mentioned that his parents hadn't been here in some time, so there was a layer of dust on everything. I'm at my house every goddamn day, and there's a layer of dust on everything. We cleaned up a bit together and laid out some sleeping bags on the floor, courtesy of Raoul's preparations. I'll sit. Unlike our previous experience in the cave, we each had our own sleeping bags this time. We didn't crawl inside them, but instead laid on top. This takes me back to our adventure. Yeah. Raoul kicked his feet playfully as he turned on a lantern. The room was filled with various artifacts like pretty stones, a map Raoul created, a tapestry, an odd container, and much more. And why is he turning on a lantern when he has these really cool fucking lights all over? Everything seemed filled with his childhood memories. It felt like a secret fortress. Hey, Raoul, did you find all these things on your travels?
Yeah, that's a capelet an old lady gave me when I got lost at a bazaar. In that region, they consider home-hard lobsters holy symbols of long life. That's what she told me when she handed it to me.
We're bringing back lobsters. I'm just saying.
They even have a legend about a home-hard lobster that lived for 1,000 years.
And turned into a man and is now Eli Omar?
1,000 years? Yeah, and this stone is from when I was at the desert oasis. A boy my age traded me a button for it.
Raoul recounted each story behind his treasures. This is adorable. From hand-knit laces to a supposedly 600-year-old plate he was once duped into buying. He remembered every single memory vividly. His childhood world was vast thanks to his travels.
This takes me back. I wonder how everyone's doing now. Could be fun to travel again, but the donut shop is keeping us busy. It's tough when there's so much I want to do.
Raoul rolled over, laughing and reaching out to me with a smile.
Hey, where would you like to go for a honeymoon?
Honeymoon?
We could take a trip to see ruins, but I want our next trip to be our honeymoon. When we get married, we have to take a trip. Do you have any place in mind?
Raoul's forward thinking warmed my heart. What about you, Raoul? I mean, that is adorable as shit, because he's like, where do you want to go when we get married? It could be like 5 years from now, because like, but he's just so on this, like, we are getting married, and I will do everything, and then let's plan this, let's think about this. Like, it's just so fucking cute.
Well, I was in Greece the last time I took a trip. How about Italy or Spain? Ooh, France could be nice too.
And if we go to France, that's when we're going to run into Eli.
We'd be like any other tourists. I just want to spend time with you on our honeymoon.
Raoul's voice dropped to a whisper as his fingers played in my hair, his thumb brushing the nape of my neck. Oh, stop it. The innocent eyes from moments ago were now filled with allure. Yeah, I can't wait for our honeymoon. Don't give me those bedroom eyes in your parents' house. That's weird.
Yeah. Hey, Spacey, I'm so happy right now. I got to introduce you to my folks. Thank you for coming with me today.
Oh. Oh! Sir, you can't do this in your parents' house! Your parents are downstairs! But, like, this is not just kissing me, which is intense and beautiful. She got her leg wrapped. Her leg is basically wrapped around his... Jesus! I'm just saying. He gently moved over me, and our lips met in a tender kiss. I'm not moaning. He embraced me, his hands caressing my skin as it always did. His lips found the area near my ear, and his gentle touch sent shivers down my spine. Look, I don't...
Hey, and turn this way.
Raoul. His kisses deepened and my heartbeat quickened. I knew where this was heading, in his parents' house. Listen. I got lines. And it's like, oh my God, you're visiting your parents. You could keep it in your pants for a night. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. It's just me. It's just me personally. Normally I'd go along, but today I hesitated. Raoul's parents were downstairs, right? Wait, Raoul, your parents are here. Normally when they have like her being like, wait, but oh my God, stop. It's like, you're in your own bedroom. You've been dating this man for years. Suck it up, bitch. You know what I mean? But like, oh my God, you're holding my hand in public. Okay, seriously? Like, I know that's like, it's a cultural thing, you know what I mean? But like this, it's like, no, I'm with you on this time. This is the time to be awkward about it.
Yeah, so make sure you don't make a sound.
I'm sorry, sir, you're asking way too much of me. Refusing to be patient, he silenced my protesting lips with his own.
No, I can't restrain myself. You're just too adorable.
I really feel like we should have been boning Raoul a hell of a lot more than that. I'm just saying. Gil was a horny bastard, and that fucker fucked us left and right, center, okay? Like, all the time. I would have figured Raoul would have been the one we would have been getting sexy scenes with a hell of a lot more often. I'm surprised this is... Okay, we can take it and be like, I'm sure other times shit happened. But they didn't, like, lead into it like this where you're like, well, I know for a fact. You just kind of had to be like, I'm just gonna pretend. You know? This you know for a fact, and the first time is going to be in his parents' house? Like, the first time they're bringing this up? I'm just saying.
I want to be with you, surrounded by my childhood memories.
I mean, that's kind of adorable, if a little awkward, but sure.
I want to assure my younger self that I'll end up marrying someone as lovely as you. So, I want you.
Raoul,
Spacey, I love you.
I should have said no. However, his persuasive words melted my resistance. I love you too, Raoul.
Yeah.
I tilted my head and closed my eyes, savoring the feeling of our lips meeting again. The touch deepened into a passionate kiss. My lips parted and his tongue slid in to meet mine. The wooden floorboards creaked under us. Since Raoul's house didn't have wood flooring, this reminded us that we were indeed somewhere else. Feeling his warm breath on my neck, I moved closer to him, hastily pulling off my clothes to avoid wrinkles. That's the last thing I'd be concerned about right now. We had made love multiple times before. I mean, I assume. I thought we'd experienced every pleasure, yet I felt on the verge of crying out. Again, tell me, you can't make a sound? Sir, again. I feel like that's going to be physically impossible with you. I knew I shouldn't. His parents were downstairs. Especially if his parents' bedroom's right below his. Raoul. Tears welled up in my eyes, and I tried to pull away. But Raoul held me firmly. He grasped my arm and pinned me to the floor with no escape. And then we get an even sexier version of this CG where she's like biting his hand. Oh, and look at the cling on the grip she's got on his shirt. Jesus.
Oh, bite.
Huh?
Bite my finger and you won't make a sound.
He smiled, but there was a wicked gleam in his eye. Oh, he likes it when we bite. That's okay. I wanted to ask him to wait, but even those words escaped me. To muffle my voice, I had no other option but to bite down on his finger as instructed.
You're so adorable. I'm not moaning for him, but Jesus.
He kissed my temple softly, whispering endearments, though his actions were anything but gentle. Normally I didn't need to suppress my voice like this. I had realized how challenging it was. Oh, I hadn't realized how challenging it was. Again, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure this man knows what he's doing, and I don't know if I can be quiet. I felt a surge of unexpected exhilaration.
You're so adorable.
I glanced at him and saw pure happiness in his eyes. I hadn't seen Raoul this happy for a long time. He was always cheerful, but now he seemed several times more joyful. Perhaps it was introducing me to his parents or making love in his childhood room, or both.
Does it hurt?
I'm fine. Why would it hurt? What are you doing? I mean, I suppose it's like, are you okay? Like, is your hip cramping? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're on a wood floor on a sleeping bag. It's not the most comfortable thing, but like, does it hurt? It's like, what are you doing? Like, after the amount of times it shouldn't.
And then hold on to me tighter.
As I tried to stay quiet, he pulled me even closer. I can't believe this is going on this long. Jesus. His scattered memories were witness to our union. The night of forbidden pleasure proceeded at a relaxed pace. Okay, there we go. I was like, damn, they're going for it, and then they just keep going. I'm boning it. I can't yawn like Raoul, but there's a yawn for you, because
I opened my eyes, yawning on the hard floor. Hey, who's this?
Naked Raoul. Well, I mean, you only see to his belly button, but still, there you go.
This wasn't my regular room. I blinked in confusion, still feeling drowsy, and then I recalled that I was at my parents' house. Oh, right. I totally forgot. I'm back home. And I brought Spacey to my room. Look at his little face, blushing but happy. It's cute. I rolled over and saw Spacey right behind me. She was sound asleep, curled up.
Hmm.
We were still unclothed. She appeared to be in a deep sleep, clutching my clothes in her grasp. Her skin, illuminated by the morning sun, seemed almost transparent. There was something inexplicably alluring about it.
Keep it in your... well, it's not in your pants. Just simmer down. Like,
the ambience of the room, her serene figure, it was as if she'd stepped out of an iconic painting. She was my one and only goddess, a divine being in reality, sleeping there with her skin bare to the world. If I were an artist, I would undoubtedly capture this scene. The title of the painting would be My Goddess Cupid, without question. Though she might be upset if I did. She mentioned before that even statues of Cupid were somewhat embarrassing.
That's because they always picture Cupid as a tiny, fat little cherub baby thing. So, like,
I reached out, brushing the hair of my sleeping deity. Once a goddess, she was now here in human form. She was within my reach, yet I worried sometimes. What if she decided to return to Celestia? There were countless mythological tales of such happenings. That's why I was so passionate in our lovemaking, trying to keep her to this world.
sir, I'm never going to leave you, but if you need to, it's fine. You just keep thinking that I might, just to keep banging me with that kind of intense passion, because I'm here for that.
I tried to make her need me so much that she wouldn't consider leaving.
I would never consider leaving you. Ever.
I love you, Spacey. Please never leave me.
I won't ever. You do have to share the man harem with a bunch of other, but I will never leave you. You will always be there. You will never get kicked out of the man harem. I will forget how to do math just to make sure that there's enough room so you never have to leave the man harem, sweet cheeks.
I kissed her as she slept, and a small smile spread on her face. Her adorable sleeping face never ceased to enchant me. Every time I saw it, a wave of affection washed over me. I longed to hold her. But I knew better than to wake her so abruptly. Despite her sleeping bags, the floor was bound to cause some discomfort, so I gently lifted her. There we go. The bed I used as a child was too small for me, but perfect for her. She continued sleeping soundly, oblivious to the world, which nearly made me chuckle. She really isn't a morning person at all. God, neither am I. Awake, she was always composed. As an employee at Cupid Corps, she even scolded me as my advisor. And yet here she seems so vulnerable. I yearned to witness more of her emotions. For that I had to work harder to secure our future together. Working at the donut shop is nice, but maybe following in my parents' footsteps and becoming an archaeologist could be exciting.
Can I do that, though? Yes, because that is the only brain cell you have that works really well. I mean, you're good at acting and stuff like that, but like your good brain cell, the one that's like at 180% is the archaeologist mythology one. Sir, you could do it in a heartbeat. You'd be great at it.
I was adept at excavation work, but my academic essays had faced severe criticism, so it would be a challenging road ahead. Whether in filmmaking or archaeological research, both demanded a unique skill set. What should I do now? I had no shortage of worries for my future. I had a clear vision to get married with her, but the path to get there was uncertain. A fortune teller glimpsed my destiny, but I still couldn't figure out how I would marry her. I didn't want any disapproval of our marriage. Ideally, I wanted everyone to celebrate with us, so I needed to find the best way to proceed. I have to try harder. Perhaps work on Dog of the Dog Patrai Strikes Back, or whatever. I grumbled to myself, nestling my head into the pillow next to her. There was so much to think about, but for now I simply wanted her to pamper me. Considering she wasn't waking up, I decided to return to sleep, sliding in next to her. The bed creaked, reminding me I had outgrown the childhood relic.
In the morning, we found Raoul's parents readying themselves for another journey.
Yawn! Oh no. Morning! Hey, you're leaving already?
Yes, a unique artifact was found in the caves of Ecuador. We suspect it's from an ancient ruin.
They requested an excavation team, so we're off.
Huh? You're leaving so soon?
Didn't you say you were taking a month off?
Well, that was the plan, but the ruins aren't going to excavate themselves. Take care, Raoul. Let us know if you set a wedding date. We can't promise reception wherever we'll be, though.
The relics are calling us. Off we go!
They're gone already. They just returned to Lost York yesterday, yet they departed again. Their rapid departure was a telling sign that they truly were Raoul's parents. Who looks after their house, though? I mean, like, I get it, like, okay, you're not worried about dusting or whatever, but, like, somebody has to make sure that, like, in cold, like, if there's freezing temperatures, the water's running, or things are breaking, or there's no roof leaks for storms, or, like, just that nobody's broken into your house. You know what I mean? Like, who watches over your house?
A new ruin, huh? I wonder what people are saying about it.
Raoul took out his phone, checking the group chat for the Mythological Society.
They seem to be short-handed for the excavation team.
Oh, I was wondering when they were like, yep, oh, we found the new thing, and they're about to leave. I'm like, are we going with them? Is he going to quit his donut job? And here we go.
Huh? Wait.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I was just considering asking everyone about the new ruins. I hadn't said anything for a while, and the conversation evolved in this direction.
Congrats! I saw Dog of the Dog Patrice.
Thanks.
You won the Blue Blueberry Award, right? That's amazing, Raoul. Let's celebrate. Good idea. Let's bring our own nectar and make a toast. Tonight works for you, right? Of course. Oops. Raoul showed me his phone with a troubled expression. The screen displayed a message of sorts. Let's have a party to celebrate Dog of the Dog Patrash, or whatever, winning the Blue Blueberry Award?
Solve the mystery!
Sir. Every time this comes up, I just want to fall over. And so, to commemorate the completion of Raoul's Dog of the Dog, whatever, and its achievement of the award, cheers! Cheers! Well, who'd have thought that historical epic Dog of the Dog Patrice would win the Blue Blueberry Award? I don't know how to say that, and I wish they'd stop bringing it up. I never look it up, guys, so I'm just, at this point, I'm not gonna. Amazing work, Raoul. We all enjoyed it.
Thanks.
The part hinting at how Patrash or Patrice, whatever, might have been Atten, maybe, had me on the edge of my seat. Was there a scene like that? The movie was complex, and I struggled to understand it no matter how many times I watched it, but apparently others could. This time they were referencing Egyptian mythology more than Greek. Even as a former god, I found it difficult to follow. Once the fever about Dog of the Dog Patrash, I'm gonna go with Patrash, settled down, the conversation quieted, gradually transitioning into our usual mythological discussions. As for the next Mythological Society meeting, did you get a chance to visit Diamor Paradis yet? Hearing about Diamor Paradis reminded us we had tickets for it from the manager of the blood drive.
No, we haven't been yet. We were thinking of going when it's less crowded.
I see. If you two had already been, we were hoping to see some pictures. Pictures?
Could this be about the rumored photo spot? The customer at Mount Donuts mentioned it.
Raoul's eyes gleamed, and everyone in the Mythological Society seemed a bit jealous.
Oh, yes, that exact rumor! We were hoping you'd gone already to investigate the divine presence there.
This is leading more toward Eli. I mean, we know technically that our parents' temples are underneath, but that's probably not going to come up in this. This has something to do with Eli. Divine presence?
Indeed, it said that couples who take a photo there capture something divine looking. Huh? I don't remember that rumor. I only heard that couples who take photos there will be together forever.
No, that's a misinterpretation. It's more like the gods or something else descended to tell a message.
Really? But even on YouTube, they're marketing it as a couple spot.
YouTube?
Look at this. I started watching this because I heard rumors at Mount Donuts recently.
Are we gonna get on Lovebirds? Raoul proceeded to play a video of a male YouTuber wearing a cute bird hoodie, his face obscured. Absolutely knew it. I heard it at Mount Donuts. I'm like, it's absolutely gonna be Lovebirds. Oh god, and here's his intro again. Let love soar like two lovebirds. Romance and love are the spice of life. May this love reach you. I swear to god, I need to write that down, and I need to start one of these fucking episodes with that just to fuck with everyone. This is your favorite romance YouTuber, Lovebirds. Today we're at the popular date location, Diamor Paradis, to explore a mysterious phenomenon happening here. When you take a picture at this photo spot as a couple, the light shines beautifully, creating an enchanting photo that's bound to go viral. According to rumors, couples who capture this unique light will be together forever. Is it just advanced technology from Omar Holdings who manages Diamor Paradis, or is it something supernatural? If you have any insights, please leave a comment below.
See? That's why I had a hunch it'd be a good sacred spot.
That's just a rumor Diamor Paradis spreads to lure couples, but it's not the reality. Here's some evidence.
Normal photos of the spot yield nothing. The weird light doesn't even appear in the photos.
As they spoke, the members of the Mythological Society spread a pile of printed photos across the table.
Wow, there sure are a lot of them. These are photos taken from Instagram. Those with just scenery or photos with friends or ones taken alone show nothing unusual. But only in photos with couples does this divine-looking light appear.
You're right.
This might be similar to the divine light I experienced during my near-death encounter. What? Then this might be a divine message. That's it! It might be a hint about an unexcavated ruin that the gods are trying to tell us about through this.
I mean, technically, if it's that spot, like, we're near, then yeah, it could be, because that could be the spot where our parents' temples are. And Mars and Venus are, like, super duper lovey-dovey, so it makes sense. I couldn't imagine gods resorting to such roundabout methods. If they wanted something done, they'd do it themselves. Most gods tend to prefer direct action.
Wait, look at this. This photo has a couple, but there's no light.
Raoul pointed out one recently posted on Instagram. The image showed a couple who seemed quite intimate, but there was no sign of the so-called divine light behind them.
Wait, you're right. In fact, when Raoul conducts the search, he keeps finding photos of couples without that light. Huh? I'm not doing anything special. I'm just using hashtags that couples commonly use. Hashtags that couples use? Such a thing exists?
Aww.
Yeah, I'm curious to know how you guys are conducting your searches. Of course, we're looking for things like Lost York Mysterious Phenomenon. I see. Stop it! We're simply unaware of these extrovert cultural markers. Don't give us that pitying smile.
This is me as a Mythological Society member.
I'm just unaware of extroverted things. Stop pitying me like you think I'm weird because I like to live in a cave. This is the most peopling I'm doing and I don't even want to be here. We did this last week. It's too much. No, I didn't mean it that way. Anyway, let's try to verify the facts about this light's origin.
Like, it's so sad because they're like, it's funny that it's like, oh, the Mythological Society people, whether they're men or women or whatever, are losers who can't get a date. Or they could just be like me and be like, nah, I'd rather not. It seems like a lot of hassle. But it's like, you know that there's bound to be people who are like totally into this too, that would totally mesh with these other people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm assuming they're all guys then, because if there was a girl there, like, shit, you know? Aside from me. But like, you know there's a girl out there who'd be like, I don't get this mythology thing, but you being a nerd about it is hot. Because, like, people nerding out about their hobbies is, like, anywhere from, like, charming to sexy, depending on how you feel about that person. You know what I mean? Like, if you're into that person, like, you're like, I kind of like this person. When they nerd out about their hobbies, you're like, it's so ridiculously sexy and I love it. You know? But, like, when you're just friends with someone and they nerd out about their hobby, you're not like, oh, God, this weirdo. You're like, I love this. You're adorable. I have no idea what you're saying, but it's cute, you know? Or like a kid. Like, if a kid gets really excited and you're like, I have no idea what they're saying, but they're really excited about it, and that's adorable. You know what I mean? So, there's bound to be someone out there who would, like, listen to them and be like, I have no clue what you're talking about, but you're so into it and it's cute, you know? We examined various photos as the investigation proceeded. And the time of day didn't seem to matter. There were many examples taken during the day or evening, with or without that beam of light. But why does it only show up in some couples' photos? Is it like those are the blessed couples and other people aren't? The angle didn't seem to matter. From a low or high perspective, some had the light, some didn't. Which would just say that, like, there's nothing weird about it, you know? This is a tricky problem. Why do only these pictures have the light? We arranged the photos that did show the light while everyone groaned, deep in thought. Examining it like this, I feel like the answer's on the tip of my tongue. I got it. It's the outfit. Outfit? Look, they're all slightly different, but all the women are wearing sunglasses and scarves, and the men are in swimsuits and shirtless. Hey, you're right. You're right. That's amazing, Raoul. You have a keen eye.
Well, I wear the same brand of sunglasses. I thought the brand might be the key. But there were also ones with different brands, so I realized that wasn't the case.
I see. So the women are wearing sunglasses and scarves, and the men are in swimsuits and shirtless. But the thing is like, why are you wearing a scarf and sunglasses?
All right, you two. You must carry out this mission. We're counting on you, troopers.
Huh?
Huh? We have to do it?
Research requires reviews and verifications. Efforts mustn't be spared to gather more data. Besides, none of us can really go and do it. We don't have any female members here. Even if we did, we wouldn't know how to ask. Besides, none of us have even dated a girl before. Even if we wanted to verify it, we couldn't.
That's right, Raoul, we're counting on you. Everything depends on you. Let's devise a plan. We'll call it Operation Diamor Paradis Landing.
Plus, even if you have to be in love and be a couple, not just as a friend. So you could ask a girl to go with you, but if you're not going on a date, it wouldn't work. And so, before we knew it, Raoul and I were tasked with a visit to Diamor Paradis the following week.
Sorry, buddy, I have to move. My heel's getting uncomfortable. Here, I'll put my hand here so you can snuggle. I'm sorry, I know. I know, he's very sorry. I know I disrupted your naps, but here.
But it's still a tourist destination, so we disguised ourselves to avoid getting recognized and photographed on our date. Since we needed to verify the conditions, Raoul and I went to Ryuki's store to look at scarves and sunglasses. But...
What? Scarves and sunglasses? For women? We don't sell that here.
Oh, right. Ryuki's store, simply called Ryuki, was a men's brand.
Sorry, this is the only store we came to together. We can come to together.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, when we go to other stores, the sales associates there seem on edge. Like they're worried about what I might do next.
Why are they so interested in you? Apart from how you look on those glasses, that is.
Well, if it were only that...
I didn't realize Raoul had so much trouble with this. I had no idea that shopping could be such a challenge for him. He must have kept it to himself because he didn't want me to worry, but I felt a little sad that he hadn't shared his troubles with me. We don't own a pair of sunglasses. I could buy that maybe you don't own a scarf, because you could just be like, I'm not a scarf girl. Like, I mean, I'm sure you have winter scarves, but if it's summer, you want like a nice, breezy, decorative, fancy, and like, not everyone's a scarf person, so I can understand not having a scarf. Okay? But like, you don't have sunglasses? Who the fuck doesn't have sunglasses? I don't even go outside often, and I have like 50 pairs of sunglasses. I have a fuck ton of sunglasses. You always end up with a ton of sunglasses. You're like, these ones are scuffed up. I've had these since I was like 15. Like, you know what I mean? You always, even if they're not super expensive sunglasses, you have sunglasses. How do you not have one single fucking pair? The sun exists, and she goes outside. So I'm like, you know?
So you really don't have anything for women? I thought you were sketching some designs the other day.
Well, it's not that I don't have any. Saying that, Ryuki went to the back of the store and brought out a few items. All of the things, and of all things, he laid out a scarf and sunglasses. My sister mentioned going fishing and said she wanted something. I made a few prototypes. I have these extras. Ryuki said that curtly, but he was blushing as he placed the scarf on the counter. The color was elegant and the design was cute. Wow, it's so cute!
Yeah, it should suit you. Let's get this one.
Yeah, it's really cute. Ryuki, why don't you start making clothes for women? It's a waste to keep these as extras. Do you think so? Yeah, I'd want to put together an outfit to match the scarf, and I'd want to check out other items. I'll think about it. If you're going to wear that scarf, you should pair it with a dress. Otherwise, the balance will be off. And make sure everything matches. With the items for the experiment secured, we coordinated the outfit exactly as per Ryuki's advice. Although this was for the research of the Mythological Society, it had been a while since Raoul and I went on a date. Moreover, the date would be at the popular destination Diamor Paradis. I wanted to dress up for the occasion, but I received a cancellation message from the nail salon where I had an appointment for tonight, and my steps grew heavy. The outfit I had planned was centered around the sunglasses and scarf I needed for the research. That's why I had planned to get a pedicure to pair with the sandals. I never imagined all the nail technicians at the salon would get food poisoning from oysters. Again? I like how they keep some consistency between routes. Because of that, they had to temporarily close for the day. No wonder Raoul referred to them as Satan's food. Other salons are fully booked, and I couldn't go on the day itself. Hold on, I have to sneeze. I said that, and I was like, gonna sneeze, and I was like... and then I did sneeze, but it took too long. God. After giving it some thought, I decided to head home and do my own nails, but this is harder than I thought. Since I always had my nails done at the salon, I was terrible at doing it myself. But it's my first date in a while, so I need to try harder. Oh my god, I want Raoul to paint my toenails. I'm home! Raoul returned home at that moment. I tried to hide the pedicure kit, but... Hey, what are you doing? Oh, Raoul! I didn't want him to see me until I was finished. I was trying to paint my nails secretly in a corner of the room, but he saw that I was far from done. A pedicure? Well, I've never seen you paint your own nails before. That's cute. No, it's difficult, so I kept messing it up. I had an appointment at the nail salon, but they had to close unexpectedly. Really? Yeah, everyone who works there went to eat oysters and got food poisoning. Satan's handiwork. That sounds awful. Yeah, so I've been trying to do it myself, but it's hard. I want to look nice for our date tomorrow. Huh? I was feeling down because I couldn't get it right. Well then, let me help. I'm good with my hands. Well, I bet you are. And I bet we know that firsthand. Raoul's eyes sparkled with enthusiasm. Ask him to help. Don't refuse. Ask him to help. Refuse? No, I wanted to ask him to help because I wanted to... Well, I mean, either way, it's going to probably turn out the same way. I want a CG of him painting my toenails. Well, it's okay. I can keep trying by myself. It's a bit embarrassing to have my feet stared at like that. But you do it at the nail salon, but I guess it's because it's your boyfriend. Really? But looking at all those unused cotton swabs, I think it might be better if you let me take over. All those used cotton swabs, sorry. I kept getting paint on my skin or smudging it before it dried. I used so much nail polish remover that the cotton swabs piled up. So what do you say? I use brushes all the time in excavations. I'll be good at painting nails. Will teased me, forcing me to make a decision. Then, could you please help me? Spicy. Which is fair, because we had 3 sweet choices in a row, so... Of course. I'm really happy you want to look your best for our date. Raoul sat down in front of me and took off his sunglasses. He gently lifted my foot as if it were something precious. Oh, please, God. Hell yeah! I don't know why I wanted this so much in my life, and I love it. Look at his adorable face. Painting our toenails. I love this so fucking much. Thank you, game. I was like, I want the CG. I want this. If we don't get this, I'm going to be so mad. This polish is a nice color. Yeah, I bought it to match tomorrow's dress. It's like an orange color, which is his color, so... It's like peachy, but... These should look good together. You see, it's like a peachy orange. I like it. He crouched down to my level as he began delicately painting my nails. I love this so fucking much. I don't know why. True to his word, Raoul is very good at it. His movements precise and delicate. You have such cute, small feet. Well, there goes that. I do not have cute, small feet. Really? Yeah, they're adorable. Raoul chuckled as he continued to work on my pedicure. His movements were measured and skillful. But... Does it tickle? I'm okay. I think I'm fine, but... It wasn't exactly ticklish, but the situation was making me feel a bit awkward. I would feel awkward in the, like, why is this turning me on a little? That kind of awkward, so I'm going to go with that's how awkward she feels. Raoul was looking at my toes with such concentration. Something about his gaze made me feel shy, and I couldn't look at him directly. His head was right beside my feet while he kneeled.
Okay, all done.
He put his sunglasses back on. Thank you, Raoul.
You're welcome.
I think it's funny that he has like little tinted glasses that he's wearing all the time because they're not really sunglasses. I mean, they are. They're like pink and yellow tinted, but like pink and yellow makes orange. But you know what I mean? Like, but they're not going to block much sun, and it's just weird. I get it, because in the CG he's not wearing the glasses, and then in the Sprite they are, but it is just weird that they mentioned it. Like, he could have just left them off, but they don't have this version of his Sprite, I don't think, without glasses, so. What's wrong? Raoul was supposed to be finished, but he was still holding onto my foot.
Well, guess what?
He looked up at me, his gaze intense.
Painting your nails turns me on, and I think we should have sex now. I just noticed how cute your knees are.
It's getting kinky. He grinned innocently, holding my heel while placing a kiss on my knee. Raoul! I attempted to evade him, but it was already too late.
Hold on. You can't move until it dries.
He held onto my ankle and suddenly inched closer. His handsome face tickled my skin. I'll be still, so please let go.
Sure. I'll hold you I'll hold you still so you won't move.
Raoul secured my foot with a playful smile. We had a date the next day. If the nail polish got messed up, I'd have to redo everything. Raoul will have to redo everything. I had so much on my mind that I couldn't make a quick escape. Raoul caught me with ease. Before, his gaze had been below my sight, but now it was above. His seductive stare from above made me instinctively look away. I'd be okay with this. I'd be like, you painting my nails kind of turned me on a little, and this turned you on, so, like, we should do this more often. I get a pedicure out of it, then we get to have sex. It's fun. I'm just saying. It's interesting foreplay. I'm okay with it. Raoul, we have to go out tomorrow.
I know, but it's not dry yet. Besides, if you react so adorably, you must realize what I want to do.
Raoul smiled softly and leaned in for another kiss.
I was so happy to hear you wanted to dress up for our date. I love you.
He was only using the wet nail polish as an excuse to show his affection. I'm okay with that. Because I couldn't move, the interaction felt different from usual. The embarrassment added a unique flavor to this moment. The time it took for my pedicure to fully dry seemed unbearably long. Yeah, well, he's shirtless now, so I'm assuming, like, he was like, you have to keep it dry, so I'm going to make sure you keep your feet there. Don't worry, I won't. Keep your feet in the air, girl. It'll dry your nails faster. It won't, but, you know, whatever he says, I'm gonna believe. I will. See you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.